have two beautiful pieces of venison backstrap. I'm about to clean these, take the silver skin off. We usually fry them, but I want to make them with a gravy. Okay, we got all the silver skin off. I'm gonna chop them into 1/2 inch thick. Sprinkle garlic powder, sweet heat for your meat. Generously. I'm gonna flip it over, do the other side. Same thing on this side. I gotta help her. It's so pretty.
Baby daddy, you know that?
Sicilian extra virgin olive oil from Italy. And
That's from Rouse's, man.
from Italy, from Rouse's.
For Gila.
100%
Must be
Italian.
Italian.
Worcestershire sauce. I'm gonna marinate this for 1 or 2 hours. Put it in the fridge. Chop up about 3 onions, 2 stalks of celery, 1 bell pepper, and 1/2 of a bunch of green onions. This big old bowl of vegetables. A lot of people that make this use butter or oil and regular white flour, but I have toasted mine in the oven. You can either layer your flour out on a sheet pan and put it in the oven at about 375 and carefully stir it every 20 minutes until you get about this color. Or you can do the same thing on the stovetop, but you have to stir it constantly if you do it on the stovetop. No stirring for an hour. Now I'm searing up all of my marinated backstrap to get a little color on the bottom of the pot like you see there. Do it in a couple of batches. Take it all out, cut my fire down, and now I'm gonna drop in 2 whole sticks of butter and let it melt. And once the butter is hot and bubbly like that, throw in all of our Trinity. Cook that down for about 15 minutes in this butter. You don't want to burn the butter. You're gonna put all of your meat with the juices back in here. I'm gonna leave this on like a low simmer. Pull out more juice from this meat. Cover it for about 30 minutes. Forgot my 3 tablespoons of garlic. You see how much more liquid after the steam clears? Drawn out of that meat. Stir it and cover it again. Just open this again and I'm gonna put it on for another 30 minutes. We're gonna put 1/2 of a Hal's Mardi Gras cup of water in there. It's about 8 ounces, y'all. I'm gonna put in some garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, and farm to fire Bouxyah seasoning. And let it cook for another 30 minutes. That's been cooking for at least an hour. You could just eat this like this. So good. And I'm gonna get as much liquid over here as I can. Just gonna sprinkle a little bit of my roux powder on there. Stir that around like that. It's gonna get real thick. I love the roux flavor in a gravy. All your meat and all that liquid back in there with that. It was probably about 1/2 cup of that roux. Just gonna add some beef broth, y'all. About 2 cups. We're gonna get that all smooth. Some more roux powder, whisk it up. And we're gonna put some more broth in here because I have decided that I'm gonna add potatoes and carrots. I gotta feed about 6 people and I want leftovers for my husband and all that. So I'll make it stretch. Stir it up, cover it, it'll cut up my potatoes and carrots. Another 1/2 of a Mardi Gras cup of water, just to give it a little space to cook. A little bit of Worcestershire in there. I'm gonna add in my carrots and potatoes and some dehydrated parsley. I didn't add salt because of the beef broth and I wanted to taste it first, but we're putting potatoes in it, so it's gonna soak up some of that salt. I'm gonna cover this back up, cover it up. Rice is cooked, y'all. That's been cooking for about an hour and all those potatoes and carrots are tender. All this meat, I can cut it with a spoon. And I'm gonna make some plates for my parents and for my sister and my nephew. Me and Brad are gonna eat supper. Got my smothered green beans over here. All right, y'all, I got 4 to-go plates to make, and I'm gonna just go ahead and make my daddy's first. Look at that backstrap, y'all. And when I tell you, it's falling apart. There's one plate, and that is amazing, y'all. It is so tender. It is so good. I've tasted it. To make this with the butter instead of the oil in this backstrap gravy is key to having like a very unique, delicious taste. So you have got to try this, y'all. Ça c'est bon. I ate too much.